Hey, and welcome to Face the Anime, where we show you the latest update and discovery on your favorite anime series. And what we have for you today is the top 10 anime of all time. And to jump right into things, at number 10, we have a anime called FLCL, otherwise known as Fooly Cooly. It is short, even by anime standards, but there is a lot to be said for a good sci-fi comedy that knows how to call it a day before its welcome wears off. FLCL is about bizarre and hilarious as an anime can get, with the original series revolving around a suburban boy named Nyota and his new friend, a alien woman by the name of Haruko. The very first episode features Nyota growing giant robots from his head, and the series only gets wackier from there. But moving on, number 9. Coming in at number 9 is an anime called Yu Yu Hakusho. It's kinda a surreal anime where you have a 14-year-old teenage delinquent who goes by the name Yusuko Uramishi is hit by a car while trying to save a child's life, but he ended up dying. But after he died, it didn't stop there. He found out that he had no place in heaven or hell, but he was offered a second chance at life when he's charged with investigating supernatural activities in the human world and is given the title of Spirit Guardian. At number 8, we have Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've never watched this anime before, even though its release was over 20 years ago. The mythology behind the production of Hideaki Anno's groundbreaking anime has become as much a part of Evangelion's story as the anime itself, with its final 2 episodes still being divisive and up for debate. Moving on. So number 7 is gonna be Hunter x Hunter, otherwise known as Hunter x Hunter. Starts out with a familiar trope. A hero, in this case, a young boy by the name of Gon. He leaves his small town for the first time on an adventure. While he left his island, he ended up finding his long forgotten father, who had left him behind for a life of being a world famous licensed hunter. So Gon sets off to take the notoriously deadly exam and become a hunter himself. Coming in hot at 6 is a anime I think we should all be familiar with. Mob Psycho 100 is another fun-filled shonen style anime from original One Punch Man creator 1, revolving around an 8th grader named Mob, a quiet, reserved boy who specializes in exorcising evil spirits. And all this information has been taken from a worldwide poll, and it can be found on IGN.com. I repeat, IGN.com, where the top anime spectators around the world vote to see which animes are among the all-time greats. So finally, we have reached the top 5, where we look at an anime called Hajime no Ippo, also known in the US as Fighting Spirit. It has a thrilling adaptation to its incredibly long-running manga series. While a bullied teenager, Ippo Makunichi, who discovers he has a knick-knack for boxing. What makes this series really interesting is because it shares in a way that flesh out both sides of any given matchup. Ippo doesn't just train to be the best, but to understand and connect with his opponents, and that alone is enough to set this series apart. Number 4 is the anime that probably should be at number 1, and arguably might be the greatest anime of all time. And of course, it's One Piece. And there's a reason Ichiro Oda's One Piece has been going steady since 1999 and spawned all manner of theatrical and TV spin-offs. We just can't get enough of the wacky, engrossing saga of stretchable pirate captain Monkey D. Luffy and his ongoing quest to become the next pirate king. The series is endlessly entertaining, but the characters are what keeps you hooked over the course of 1,000 episodes and still counting. Number 3. At number 3, we have Monster. It's quite simply one of the best stories ever told in anime or manga form. But more than that, it is a special anime because of how different it is from everything else. In a medium dominated by giant robots, superpowered heroes that shoot beams out of their hands, and virtually fantasy worlds, Monster is refreshingly grounded in reality. So number 2. At number 2, it's another anime over 20 years old. And as you expect, it's Cowboy Bebop. Well, it still holds up both in concept and its execution. The space western that introduced the world to Spike and Jet, Faye, Ed, and of course, Ein still looks gorgeous. With a resonant story, strong characters, and one heck of a soundtrack that ensures it still remains one of the best animes ever made. And the greatest anime ever made, coming in at number 1, could never be nothing else but the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. While most anime struggle is to lay out intricate world building while balancing a cast of memorable characters, iconic moments, and thrilling fights, and what makes this anime so awesome, the framing device for our entry into this brawling world is one of sympathy. We understand why the Elric brothers would practice forbidden alchemy in attempt to resurrect their dead mother. At the cast of their physical bodies, and yet despite divine intervention slapping them in the face, telling them no, they continued on their quest. And that's all we have for today for the top 10 animes of all time. On behalf of my team, I would like to thank each and every one that watched this video, and please leave a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do, and remember to hit that notification bell. Have a wonderful day.